There are so many tips out there on how to increase your home's value, but most of them, well, they are either outdated or just plain obvious. We're talking about things like new kitchen, new bathroom, maybe a few plants in the yard, and sure, obviously, these things do help, but they're also what everyone else is doing. So today, I'd like to talk about 6 powerful yet quite often overlooked ways to increase your Florida home value. And these could all make a huge difference when it's time to sell your home. They could also improve your quality of life while you're staying in your home. So if you're ready to discover what most homeowners completely miss, let's get started. My name is Ben Danholm, and I am a real estate broker here in Central Florida, and I'm also passionate about helping homeowners like yourself boost the property value the smart way. So whether you plan to sell soon, refinance, or just want to build some more equity, I'm here to give you some real and truly actionable strategies that work right here in the Central Florida in the Central Florida area. And I'm not talking about 20 HGTV projects that cost a fortune and require a team of 20 people to get them done. I'm talking about small hidden gems, home improvements that give you a solid return without draining your wallet, and maybe, like I said, can also improve your quality of life while you're staying at home. Because here's what happens most of the time. Most homeowners, they stick to the basics. They remodel the kitchen, they update the bathroom, they slap a bit of a fresh coat of paint on the house. And this all obviously helps. But like I said, everybody else is doing it. And what if I told you there are smarter and, quite frankly, more affordable ways to significantly boost your home's value, especially here in the Central Florida area? So today I'm going to talk about 6 truly underrated upgrades that can increase your home's equity, attract some serious buyers when it's time to sell, lower your home monthly cost as well, and maybe even qualify you for a tax credit or insurance discount. And it can also improve your quality of life while you're still staying in your home. And I guarantee you, you will not hear these tips from your average contractor or your average real estate agent, but they are incredibly effective, and they are really, really Florida friendly. So grab a notepad, a cup of coffee, cup of tea, whatever your favorite beverage is when you're relaxing. Or maybe save this video for later. There's an option for that in YouTube. You can just click the little save and then has an option for watch later. Because we're going to go through some things that are truly going to help improve your home value and your quality of life, I think. At least that's what I think. So number one, look for smart energy upgrades. Smart and strategic energy upgrades. Excuse me. Florida summers can be pretty brutal on your electricity bill. I know that. I live here. And buyers know that when they're looking for homes here. That is why energy efficient homes often sell faster and at higher prices, because an energy efficient home is cheaper to live in and easier to maintain. So, what could you focus on when you're looking to make your home more energy efficient? Well, a few very easy and relatively cheap things you can start with. You can start with smart thermostats like the Nest or the Ecobee. Not only do they reduce cost, they also modernize your home and they make your indoor climate more livable, if you like. Energy efficient windows, they can improve the insulation. They can also reduce noise if you live close to a road, which a lot of us do here in Central Florida. And they actually improve the curb appeal massively on your home with new windows. Obviously, this is not one of the cheap ones I mentioned, but it's really efficient. Upgrading your HVAC system, your air conditioning system, especially if that thing is more than 10 years old, because newer systems are both quieter, cleaner, and cheaper to run. Some of them will even pay for themselves in a few years' time. And then, obviously, solar panels. I mean, this is a little bit of a controversy because I know a lot of people don't like solar panels for whatever reason, and some people love them. But no matter what, we live in the Sunshine State, and there are available tax credits for solar panels. So solar panels, in at least some cases, can be a game changer, especially if you want to stay in your home for a few years. They can reduce your monthly cost significantly, and there's so many ways of financing solar panels that will give you a lower monthly payment without you having to worry about the electricity bill going up or down over the year and over the years to come. Because no matter what anybody does, one thing is pretty certain: energy prices are going to go up over the years. So, little bonus tip for you: if you do any of these things or all of these things, make sure that these are and features highlighted features when you list your home, because buyers really do love the idea of lower utility bills, and a lot of buyers like the eco-consciousness of these things as well. Tip number 2 I'm going to give you is create some Florida-friendly, low-maintenance landscaping. Forget about the high-maintenance lawn that sucks up water and energy. Instead, go a little bit native. Add some drought-tolerant plants like coontie, firebush, and June sunflower. All of these plants, they help on your water bill, and they are also more resistant to the Florida weather than what we typically put in our yards. And they're not just beautiful, they really truly thrive. Another word I have a problem with, apparently. They only truly thrive in Florida's climate. They need less water, they attract butterflies and pollinators. So not only are you doing your bit for the environment, you're also making your yard prettier and less maintenance. And it requires less maintenance. And a simple thing you can do also is add a fresh layer of mulch and edge your beds. Probably it gives you a clean, crisp look. That actually also helps when you're selling your home if you keep it like that. And while you're at it, you might consider updating your garage door, applying a fresh coat of paint on the exterior. Maybe install some solar powered or electric mains powered pathway or garden lighting. That also, it may not save you any money, but it really makes your home look so much better. These are some simple curb appeal upgrades that can significantly boost your home's perceived value and with buyers. And they actually also improve your quality of life, because who doesn't want to come home to a beautiful home while you're still living there? And here's the thing: no matter what you buy, people shop first and foremost with their eyes. It's no matter what you're looking for in life, the first impression matters. Curb appeal matters, because it actually makes or breaks a buyer's excitement. If a buyer is excited about the curb appeal, they are willing to overlook a lot of stuff inside your home. So make sure your curb appeal is great. It's a cheap investment. It's a really easy thing to do to improve your curb appeal, and it truly improves the resale value of your home. And like I said, the livability, the quality of life, while you're still there. Number 3, I'm going to talk about, because a lot of people don't like to talk about hurricanes. They're afraid, oh, if we talk about hurricanes, nobody wants to buy in the Sunshine State. Well, we all know we have hurricanes here, so we have to live with them. If you want to live here, you have to live with the hurricanes. So hurricane proofing is my number 3 on my list here. And that's not just about safety, it's also something that seriously improves equity. Because buyers are increasingly asking, as the storms get worse and more frequent here in the Sunshine State, the question that comes up quite often is, how storm ready is this home? Insurance companies love it too. They reward it too in many cases. So here's what you should be looking into when you're thinking about hurricane proofing your home. If you're replacing your windows anyways, make sure they're impact rated. And if you're replacing the doors, the same thing there. Impact rated windows and doors, even in an area like Central Florida, we don't usually get that affected by hurricanes. These are still a huge selling point, and they can, in some instances, lower your insurance premiums. You can also buy what they call accordion style hurricane shutters. It's a simpler and a cost effective upgrade that also has a high return on investment for you. So if you have an older roof, you might want to upgrade it and make sure that you maybe increase the wind mitigation features of that roof. That can increase your value, and it could also unlock some discounts with your homeowners insurance. And it also makes it all feel so much safer when we do have a storm here. So even if you're not selling tomorrow, these upgrades can make your home safer, stronger, more marketable, and more livable. So in our hurricane-prone state of Florida, that matters a lot, especially to buyers who come in from the outside. My tip number 4, which is something that's also quite overlooked a lot of the time, may be expanding your outdoor living space. Florida's climate is actually quite perfect for year-round outdoor enjoyment. Yes, we do have a few weeks in the summer, maybe a couple of months in the summer where it feels a little bit too much to be outside. But most of the year, compared to a lot of other places in the country and in the world, we actually do have a very nice climate for spending time outside. So why not make that count? So here are a few things that works really well. Maybe add a screened-in patio or lanai, because let's face it, we do have a lot of bugs here. So if you can create a bug-free, relaxing outdoor space, that's great for entertainment. That's a huge selling point for buyers in here. Maybe create a simple outdoor kitchen with a built-in grill or prep area. You can do that relatively cheap if you know somebody who can help you. And it doesn't have to be something truly fancy. It doesn't have to cost thousands of dollars. Maybe install some pavers and stone path, maybe a little seating area in the garden, a fire pit, or just string some lights in your on your patio. All these relatively cheap things to make, and it improves everything from the livability of your home to the resale value, and it's got great return on investment. It's again part of the curb appeal, or maybe the general appeal of the house, because this is mostly taking place in your backyard. So when people see a nice, cozy, livable backyard, that's really something that helps. So these features, that they should be designed to create a usable, inviting space. And if you do that, that will boost value without major indoor remodeling costs. You can do that outside, is sometimes actually cheaper. And if you're thinking about selling, there's a little pro tip here for you. Make sure you stage these areas when selling. People, and when I say people, I I mean buyers, they will mentally add square footage to the house when they see a backyard that feels like a living room. Another thing, even though we are in the 21st century and everything is about tech, AI, and all that good stuff, modernizing your home is with smart home technology is my tip number 5. And we're not just talking about gadgets here, even though I love a good gadget. We're talking about real functionality that buyers will pay more for, such as smart security systems, maybe doorbell cams, app controlled locks and motion sensors. Things people love, things they can control from their phone, because everybody's got a smartphone these days and everybody loves to play with it. Everybody loves to show off what they can do with it. And it's also functional. It's a security feature. Automated lighting can just you can adjust the brightness or color with at a luxury feel without the cost that normally associated with luxury improvement. So, and again, if you can control these things on your phone, that makes a great selling point. Voice activated or other voice activated or app activated features like fans, blinds, and everything you can do, put in an app, maybe put in a one central control app if you like. These are upgrades that you can do in many cases for a few $100s, but they make your old home feel very modern and connected. And they also create the impression that it's a tech-savvy, move-in ready home. And for some strange reason, it also makes buyers think that your home is well maintained. It should be, but it actually enforces that feel of a well-maintained home when you have all this technology here. Tip number 6, which is more like what we call a pre-sale tune-up, and something in the realms of prepping your home for sale, like if you probably do for a used car when you're trading it. I mean, a lot of people make sure their car is clean and without all the mess when they trade it in. Do the same for your home if you're planning on selling it. So this is not so much a long-term, nor like a short-term thing, but you should fix all the things that quietly kill value. Make sure you inspect your roof and repair minor issues before they turn into deal breakers. Take a look at your home and look for water damage or hidden mold, especially after a heavy storm, and make sure you fix those issues before you put your home on the market. Because even if they're not big things, big issues, they can be a deal breaker because they scare buyers. They think, oh, if there's this, there might be more. Maybe schedule pest control, make sure that you have the termite inspection done, because termites are common in Florida and they are a huge turnoff for buyers. If you have any foundation or drainage issues, especially if your home is a little bit older, that might also be a really, really good thing to look at into that. And this is a big thing, and this is something a lot of sellers don't really want to spend money on. But this is probably the best spent $500 or whatever it costs in your specific case, a pre-sale home inspection. It helps you fix issues you didn't notice yourself. It helps avoid buyer negotiation drama, and it actually also helps you being able to price your home more confidently. So let's do a quick recap before we move on of the 6 lesser known ways to increase your Florida home value. Install smart energy saving upgrades like thermostats, air conditioning, and solar. Use Florida native low maintenance landscaping for lasting curb appeal and low maintenance while you live there. Make sure your home hurricane proof your home with impact resistant windows, shutters, and roof upgrades if needed. Create a cozy outdoor living space with patios, outdoor kitchens, lighting, and integrate smart home tech to modernize your home easily and make it feel like it's tech savvy and well maintained home. And fix, this is the one that happens when you're ready to sell, fix issues early with a pre-sale tune-up and a pre-sale inspection. All of these upgrades and things that I talk about, except the last one, are not just about resale. They're also about your peace of mind, your long-term value of your home, and lower monthly cost, and like I said, better quality of life while you live in your home. Everything feels so much nicer when you do these things. I'd like to hear from you. Have you ever considered any of these home value boosters? Are there any of them that actually surprises you? And which, if there are, which one surprised you the most? That is actually a value increaser. Or have you already done one of these things? Let me know in the comments, and let me know how it worked out for you if you did any of these things. So, because let's help each other grow our Florida home equity smarter, not harder. And if you are serious about increasing your home value and want a simple second set of eyes to look at it, well, just reach out to me, and I'll be happy to come by and give you my 2 cents about what you could do to increase the value of your home. It doesn't have to be because you want to sell it. There's no obligation. We'll just do a step-by-step walkthrough, give you a couple of tips on, and give you some rough numbers on how much it can improve the value of your home. And hey, if you found this video helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and maybe share with somebody who think might find this useful. And do comment and let me know what you think. At every comment, I look at every comment and I use every comment to improve my videos in the future. So if you know anybody who could use a little value boost, share it with them. Anyway, thank you so much for spending time with me today. Whether you're selling, buying, or just investing in the future, maybe one of these or all of these lesser known strategies can help you, and I know they can make a real difference to your home value. Thank you so much for watching again. Until next time, bye for now.